And hello there, and welcome to another episode of Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. It's 2 o'clock here in the Eastern Time Zone. I'm Terry Brock, your guide today. And boy, I am so excited today. We have got a fabulous guest who's going to help you learn about some productive tools that are out there, things that they're doing in their business, and how you're going to be able to work with that and have some fun with it. So, and matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and bring our guest on right now. Her name is Medina Scott. She's the CEO of GetVWire. She's joining us now from her offices out in California. Medina, good to have you with us today.
Good to be here. Hi, everyone. Hi, Terry. It's always fun to be here and hang out with you.
It is great to have you here because I know what you're doing there. You and your team are just marvelous at helping dentists outsource the frustration and their aggravation, as Dr. Paul Nacho says so often. We see that you're doing a lot of things. Tell us a little bit about GetV and what you're doing there, what the company is about, and by the way, where you came up with that wonderful name.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great question. So GetVWire, V for virtual, wire for wireless. That's the original idea that we had. But fun story is that my maiden name is V. V as in Victor, VEE. And so when I was sharing this with my team and also with our family members, our family was so excited. They're like, oh, wow, get to name the company over, after our family name, which is GetV Wireless. So that's how GetVWire got started. It was mainly the idea that you can work virtually, remotely, wirelessly, and to all the sciences that team members go through today in the dental office.
Yeah,
So
I think
we
that's
do
important.
things like yeah.
We're having some fun with the internet here, breaking up a little bit there. But I love what you're doing because you're helping people to really, as Paul Goodman says, you're outsourcing the frustration, and you take care of so many wonderful things for dentists, like the insurance and the billing situation, all that. So we want to look at some of those things later. But also, I know you're using a lot of technology and doing some things with it. Like, for instance, one of the tools we're going to mention just real briefly is Canva, which you're using. I know some of your team using that particularly. What are some ways that you're using that?
Yes. So my sister uses Canva a lot. It's very friendly user. She can use it to do photos, editing, and really to stay organized. She's the master when it comes to Canva. I actually, what I wanted to share today with everyone was about Loom. And it was fun
Yes.
talking to you, Terry, because I hear you use Loom a lot too. Uh,
Yeah. Well, I'm using Loom, have been for quite a while, many years. I used their free version for a long time, which was fabulous, and then upgraded to the paid version, which is really, really reasonable, very low cost. And I find it's got even more power in it. So we're using it at Dental Nachos, the whole team using it to send out quick memos to people. Tell us, how are you using it? And what would you say to the dentisting humans that are watching this that are saying, what is that Loom thing? I've heard good things about it, but what is it? What would you tell them?
yes. So Loom, like you said, it's very affordable. So Loom, think of Zoom, but instead of a Z, you're going to put L. So it's LOOM. The membership plan, we upgraded to the membership. It's very affordable. Like you said, I think it's around $8 a month. It's very easy to use. We use it for our team members to do training for all the team members that we bring on board, and also for training team members in the dental office. So that's part of the things that we do. It's not just eligibility and billing. We also help train. We all know that a lot of us are struggling finding team members. So a lot of us are having to hire people without dental experience. So we use Loom a lot to train to help train the teams on how to treatment plan, how to talk to patients, how to schedule appointments. So that's one of the things I really love about Loom is that you can create different videos. You can clip it, you can add notes, you can clip things on there. And it's really more of an interactive tool because I can send these videos to the teams and they can watch it. If they have comments, they can reply back to exactly where that section of the video and send it back. So it's a really great way to train team members. We use it a lot for the clients that we have that we help them with treatment planning. And it's great because then the team members can always go back and view those videos. On the patient side, we use it for patients. A lot of our clients, since they were introduced to the Loom, now they use it for patients,
Ah,
right? So now
nice.
they can, yes, so they can record a quick video for the patients on from anything on sending instructions on how to put your liners on, how to clean your night guard. So it's different things. You can be very creative on the different videos that you can send your patients, and patients love it because now they're getting this personal video from the front office or from the assistant, hygienist, or even the doctor. And so it's a really great way to really give that boost. This
Yeah.
is what we call it, soup up your patient experience.
Soup up
Yeah.
your patient experience. I like that. And those of you
Yeah.
watching this, think about what she just said. This is really important that way the dentist, the hygienist, the people right there in the office can say, "Hi, Barbie, it was really good to see you, and we hope your teeth are doing well. We worked on that molar last week and hope it's doing fine." Or, "Hey, don't forget your appointment's coming up this next Thursday at 3 o'clock. We're looking forward to seeing you then," etc. You get that real
Absolutely.
personal touch, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one of the things that we've used it for a lot and found that people really, really like that. What kind of reaction are you hearing from dentists that are using it?
No, they love it. Like I said, because you can also in your videos, you can also create a call to action button. So what it is that you can create a link and attach it to it. So when they're done with the video, they can click on the link to either go sign a treatment plan or make a payment of something, or even book an appointment. A lot of team members, that's what they do is they send a link. If the patient needs to do a follow-up or an adjustment appointment, they just click on the link and it takes them to the website, and they're able to book the appointment. So you can really have a lot of fun with Loom. So that's why I'm a huge fan of Loom because I use it for our teams here at Get Wire. We use it for our clients to train the teams, and then also for patients. We encourage them to use it for patients, and it's very affordable. $8 a month for the business membership.
Yeah,
Do
that's
it,
nothing.
guys. Yes,
No, don't tell Loom that we said that. We like
I
it.
know.
That there. I'm sorry.
It's Tech Tip Tuesday, right?
That's right. That's right. But I think it's really good for that because you can also, one of the things you can do is you can share your screen because you can share a
Yes,
screen with it and you can have you in a little bubble moving around the screen, which helps to retain attention. Too often
yes,
we've seen the terrible, excuse my language, boring
yes.
videos that are out there. And this way with Loom, you can make it kind of fun. You move around a little bit. Plus you can say, oh, I wanted to show you that website of da 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 da. And you actually go to the website and see it. How have you been able to use some of the sharing screen with that?
Exactly what you just said, Terry. So what I do is I will share my screen. There's like a little bubble with me. So you can do that. You can have your camera off. You can draw on the screen too. There's so many, you can even circle things that you want them to highlight. There's like this little bubble feature that you can use. I mean, there's so many tools that you can use when it comes to Loom. You can trim the videos too. That's one of my favorite features that I like to use because sometimes I'll record something. And with Zoom, you can't really go back and trim it, right? With Loom, I can record like a 3-minute video and I can go back and say, oh, actually, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to say that. So I can just clip that part of the video and add something else to it. So that's one of the really great things that I love about Loom too, is that I can play around with it, edit it. It's very easy to edit, doesn't take very long. And I am not that great tech savvy when it comes to editing videos that goes on social media and things like that. But Loom, it makes me feel like I'm very tech savvy. So I feel like anyone can use it.
Exactly. You know, the thing I like about it, and love to get your reaction on it, I think it's a way of taking a wow technology, and the geek in me, I'm a geek at heart, it just says, okay, we're going to do this, all this, but it really humanizes the virtual experience. It's human.
It
They
does.
realize that is Dr. Smith. I hear it. That's her voice. I'm listening to her. She's responding to me using my name and doing that. And it takes something that could be cold, just an email with just text on a screen, and transforms it into something that's more human. It's much
Oh,
more
yes.
warm and a better way of approaching it. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, absolutely. Let's take patients, for example. We touched on this earlier. Patients feel that you're not just sending them just like an automated message, kind of thing, especially for follow-ups, even a quick follow-up video. They know that, oh, they get to see a familiar face that they saw in the office. Especially now, you automate so many things like eligibility, billing, even your phones. And so what we're trying to
Having some fun with the bandwidth there. It seems to be frozen up. It must be very cold out there in California right now. You're frozen. So I'm thinking we might have an issue with that. Dina, if you can hear my voice right now, you might want to try turn off the computer or turn off, not the computer, but turn off the camera and then turn it back on. Sometimes that will help. On that, there we are. We just lost her, but until she might try to come back as well and do that. Sometimes those tech things happen. Hey, this is part of the fun of going live, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. We are live now, by the way, using Restream to do that. And Restream is a powerful, wonderful little tool that gives us the ability to get in there and to get a lot done. And we're going to click on here and get some things going and bring in this way. We'll be able to get you back into it. There we are. And there we go. Medina, and welcome back.
welcome back.
There we are. Well, I
Can
was
you
just
hear
explaining
me?
we have some fun with technology, and it wouldn't be technology if something didn't go with a
No,
little hiccup.
no.
But we keep
Yeah.
going with that, and we were talking about some of the ways using Loom and being able to humanize that experience. So before you were cut off very rudely by the technology, I might add. I'll let you continue what you were talking about.
Yes. So I think I'm not sure where we got cut off. That emotional connection from having videos, right?
Yes.
So that's so important. What we can use Loom for, staying connecting with the patients. And also, I don't know if this was caught on earlier, but when you're running multiple teams in different locations, it's always nice to, when you're having like a meeting, that you can shoot them a video and it's you talking, right? So it doesn't feel like, oh, it's just another memo that they're going to get in through the email or through the group chats. So I mean, there's so many ways that Loom can be used in your practice and in your business. And the nice thing, Loom is evolving. They're constantly adding features. I feel like I should work for Loom sometimes, because I'm always advocating, you get Loom, use Loom,
Yeah.
because they're constantly adding new features.
What
And
are some of
what
the
I
features
really
that you particularly like that it has? Some of the newer features that you've seen?
the call to action feature
Yep.
that I really like, and then also just the trimming of the videos, so different things like that. But my favorite so far is the call to action, because now it makes it even more convenient, for, especially if I'm sending something to, for example, one of my team members. They're going through a training. I want them to complete something, and I send them a link. Now they can't say, "Oh, I didn't know how to get to that link or get to that page." It's like, well, it's in the video. You just click on it, and it takes them
Yep. Very
directly
nice. It
where they
takes
need to go. So that's one of
exactly
my
that little
favorite. What
link.
about you, Terry? What's one of your favorite?
Well, I like that as well. I think that's particularly nice. One of the things I use a lot, a matter of fact, this is for some of my fellow geeks that are out there that really like this. And it looks like we just lost Medina again. I think they're having some internet issues. But Medina, if you can hear it, come on back and we'll bring you on. But I can say one of the things that I'm doing, here we are. I think we're bringing her back right now. There we are. And Medina, and there, welcome back.
Take two.
Yeah, there we are. We'll take two. Keep working with that. I have to get
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying one of the things that I particularly like about it, and you might be using this already, is sometimes I'll create a lot of graphics or extra camera quality in there with graphics, or it might be some rolling scrolls or something like that on there. And then what I'll do is I do that within Ecamm. I create that in another packet, and then I go into Loom, and what I can do is I can say I want just this section of the screen, and I'm playing it back on another player like VLC. It's a public domain program that we can use, and open source program that we can then use, and it gives a dazzling, amazing effect. I just did one of those earlier this morning. So I could
Yeah.
create some of those. So I would encourage you to look into that. Getting just a
Yeah.
region of the
That's
video
awesome.
can be
Yeah.
really
We
nice.
we do something similar. So well, we create the videos. We can, like you say, you can select the area in the screenshot, draw on it, and then we will upload it to Kajabi. That's a really another great platform that we use it a lot for training and just organizing all the videos that we have. It's mainly we use it for our team members. But yes, that's one of my favorite things about Loom. It's funny that you're touching on this because these are all under the tips that I wanted to share with everyone. You know, when you're first starting out to use Loom, and I think this, this will help us.
And it looks like it's getting cold out there in California again, freezing up on the screen.
Terry, I know we're just a little bit of a lag there.
Yeah, have to look into getting some extra bandwidth, and we all want to do that all the time.
Yes,
I
we have
know.
a blizzard.
Yeah, that's right. It is. It is. Well, I see what you're doing there, and you're doing a lot. And also, I know you're helping dentists. We're not going to let you get away without telling us a little bit about what you do to help dentists to relieve that aggravation and that, like losing the webcam again. We seem to be dropping off. Medina comes back. We can talk about it. There we are. She's coming right back. Here we are. And there we are. There we are. We're back. Well,
We have a snowstorm here in San
it must be
Francisco.
ice
Yeah,
storm. He's coming
it's a
in.
blizzard. So
That's good. But tell us about how you can help dentists relieve that aggravation and how they can get in touch with you.
yeah. So you can go on our website. It's GET, V as in virtual, and then wire. So GETVWIRE.com. You can go on our website. You can book a free demo. All the information is on there. So what we do, we started off with eligibility and billing. That's one of the biggest platform that we use to help free up their teams. Also expanded our services, and we can help train, like I said earlier, that's why we use Loom for, is to train existing team members, new team members, help them get them onboarded, because a lot of offices are struggling finding team members. We help them with training, how to treatment plan, because what we're finding is now that you have the time, a lot of them struggle on how to treatment plan, how to close cases, how to get patients to schedule. So those are all the things that we can do with dental offices. It's not just scheduling, or we also help them with scheduling. We help them with things like, for example, one of the offices that we use Loom for is doing follow-up calls. After a patient comes in for treatment, we'll call them, just simple, call them to check on them to see how they're doing. It's funny because a lot of offices, they want to implement this. They know it's something that should be done, but they just don't have the time to do it. So any task that you can think of that your front office is overwhelmed, or you just don't have a front office, that's something that our team can take care of.
Yeah, you
So
do that very well. And I love the way you're doing. Those of you who are watching this and you haven't heard about it, check that out. Go to Get Wire, and you'll be able to see it.com, and you'll see they've got some really good services there, priced very reasonably, I might add. I think you're doing a very good job in helping people out on that as well. Because what you're doing is you're doing the services of someone that would cost a whole lot more than that
yeah,
if you bring it in-house and try to do it yourself. And when you can outsource those things, and you as a dentist can focus on dentisting and taking care of patients more, let the other stuff be done kind of automatically as you send it over to them, you'll be able to do even more that way. Well,
absolutely.
this is amazing. Oh, now, what other points would you say that you would talk about with, say, with Loom or other technologies
Oh,
that you're
yes.
using?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're starting off with Loom, so this is the thing that I wish someone shared it with me when I first started off with Loom. So start with the preference menu. Learn how to do the preference menu. This is where you're going to set up all your recording modes. Learn like the different buttons, so it's easy for you to just click on if you want cam only, screen only, camera and screen only. Learn how to adjust the recording, and I think this is also where you can choose where, like, the quality of the video, correct, Terry? Like the if I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah,
I
that's
think it's
you're
like
right. You can check the
the
quality of
high
what you want.
resolution. Yes.
Yeah, depending on the
So
machine that you have and how you want to
yes.
calibrate it, and a whole lot of features in there. I haven't done a whole lot with it lately, only because I get in there and set it up and it's working. But they keep
Yeah.
adding new features that are really good all the time.
Yep, absolutely. So set up your preference menu. The other tip that I have too is take advantage of the trim function. You want review your video. Sometimes you're in a hurry, you don't have time to go back and review your video, but sometimes you know it right away when you're talking. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Pause it. You can go back and trim it. So take advantage of the trim function. The other tip that we talked about earlier is the call to action button. Take advantage of that. Use it to, especially if you're going over how to explain a treatment plan, include a link in there where a patient can go sign their treatment plan or even make a payment and book an appointment. So take advantage of that. You can even use it to, like, if you want feedback right away from your team members or from a patient, you can include that link for them to fill out that feedback. So please use the call to action button. It's there for a reason. A lot of time it's not being utilized to its full capacity. So use the call to action button.
Yes, indeed.
Lastly, create a folder and save your videos, and you can label your videos so it's easy to search it. So you can quickly go on. Let's just say you're searching a bill that you talk about, yearly maximum and deductibles, or label it for you, so where it's easy for you to find it, or even videos on how people can clean their aligners. So when you create a folder, create it to where you can save your videos, and you can save it in whatever, label your folders, way that you stay organized. This way you can just easily grab the video and send it to whoever you need to send it to. So
Exactly. I appreciate
those
you
are the
saying that.
tips that
That is
I.
something that's really important, the way you can organize your videos. And those folders are perfect for that because you can divide it up many different ways. Like you might even have a special folder for patients who you've seen at this time or in this particular category. And others might be training
Yeah.
videos that you have in the office. You could do all of that. So thanks for mentioning that. It's really important.
Yes. Because that's what I did in the beginning. I just recorded a bunch of videos, and then when the same scenario happened again, it's like, "Ah, how do I find that video?" It's because I didn't save it, I didn't label it. So from the very beginning, start saving your videos in folders and label it so it's easy for you to find it.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's like any
it's fun.
system where you're going to be successful, you need to have those systems in place. And everything, I think Paul Goodman says it very well. He says everything that's important should have a system, and everything's important. And so you have
Yes.
systems for all of these things. I do that a lot with the clients I'm working with, showing them systems of how to prepare for video, what to do when you want video to work well, what is the message you're trying to get across. And Loom is just one of the top tools that we use here at Dental Nachos that I've been using myself with lots of different folks around the world. And we find that they just keep tweaking it and making it better all the time. So that's particularly
Absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, Danny,
Yes.
we really appreciate you being with us here today. And again, tell someone how they would be able to get in touch with you and how they are able to outsource that aggravation and frustration that can happen in dentistry by getting in touch with you. How do they do that?
Yeah. They can go on our website again. It's getviewire.com. You can send us an email on info@getviewire.com, or you can just go to the website and book a free consult. Go through the demo to see if our team is a good fit for you, and then just do the demo. That's why it's funny. We have a shirt, that we got from Paul Goodman, that says "Just do the demo" with our logo on it. Because a lot of time, one of the things that a lot of time we always talk about the issues that we're going through, what we're struggling with in our businesses and our practices, but there are so many solutions out there, and all it takes is just for you to do the demo, learn the different techniques, different systems that practices are using to grow their practice, and then see if it's a good fit for you. Try it out. I mean, what do you got to lose other than didn't work out? Move on to the next thing, right?
Exactly.
So
Well, they can try it, and it's a really smart thing to do. And from a management point of view, from a success point of view, focus on what you can do. and that only you can do. Those are the keys,
Yeah.
because you can do a lot of different things. Hey, dentists could spend all their time cleaning up the windows. Well, they can do it, but they shouldn't do that. They need to
Yeah.
put their resources, their time, their money, their energy into where they're going to get the best return. And this is a
Yeah.
great way to do it. Well,
No,
Medina, we
absolutely.
really appreciate you joining us today, and please tell Michelle and the rest of your staff there that we really appreciate. I'm high fiving you across the country here from Florida all the way out there to California. Appreciate you
Yes,
being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you again sometime. Any final
yes.
words before we close her down for today?
Well, thank you to Paul and you and the whole entire Dental Nachos team. What you guys are doing is amazing work, and I commend you and keep up the good fight.
You bet. Well, Medina, thanks for being
Happy
with us.
Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy
Yes.
Thanksgiving. I can't wait to see all the pictures of everyone's meals and enjoy your families. And uh, yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's a wonderful time of the year. We do that. Well, thank you. And for those of you joining us today, this is really important. You've got an opportunity here to use Loom. We'd recommend to go over. They've got a free version. Try that initially, and you'll probably want to upgrade a little bit later for, $100 a year roughly. It's really, really reasonably priced. And I know I'm using it. I know we use it here at Dental Nachos a lot, and it's something that can help you. And also be sure to get over there to getvwire.com. That is something you need to look at and go, okay, this makes sense. Go through their website. Take a look at what's available. You'll see that, and I think you'll be very impressed with it. And we appreciate you joining us here on Dental Nachos. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Terry Brock, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday as we come every Tuesday talking tech tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. Bye for now.